Hi there. Hi there. This one will be in English or whatever you might call it. Might want to call it. It's a tiny update for my not so very well Dutch speaking friends. Cool. And it's mainly about, well, I don't know. First thing I'll do is a tiny update on Flailfist Jr, but I had made a cigarette. Yes, here it is. Okay. By the way, smoking brings you closer to your maker. Okay. Having said that, oh damn it. Anyway, Flailfist Jr, yeah. Yesterday, somewhere during the day, I don't remember whether it was morning or night or evening or whatever, somewhere yesterday, June the 9th, this monstrosity ascended to level 66. 66. Ow! He's amazing right now, and I've been tweaking the mod slightly in order to facilitate subtle changes in the cap level, the cap, that's what you call it, the cap of the spawning, because the spawning is so bloody horrible, awesome, awful at 66 that my very humble laptop, which is about 10 years old now, a Vista machine with a Celeron in it and an Intel graphics adapter, it simply can't manage anymore. It's at the least convenient moments the mouse simply stops functioning. So when you're in the middle of a battle and the mouse doesn't do anything anymore, you can't hit, you can't do anything. The only thing I can do is jump, because that's the enter key, and hope that by the time they and I meet again, them and me, that the mouse is functioning again. But it's not always a success, and jumping when you're in the water is quite a challenge. It doesn't work. So fortunately he's pretty strong and pretty well protected, pretty tough, and his health, full health right now is 1377. Every level up endurance was maxed, and many of them I had strength maxed, speed, agility, quite a few times willpower, and I think maybe 20-25 of the level ups have been with more than 3-5 multipliers. So I had to choose, but I always chose endurance. So an Argonian who came from the ship in Ciao with health 30, very, very weak indeed, or 35 or 40, I don't know, I don't remember. It's 9 months ago now, almost. It's a pregnancy, and I guess by the time the pregnancy, 9 months are full, he'll be 70. And by that time, endurance will be 38, 380, so yes, we're coming close to the point where every level up his health increases with 40 points. So, it's amazing. It is simply amazing. And only a week ago he ascended to 65, or yeah. No, not it wasn't a week, it was a couple of days. Or 5 days ago. And I left the house with nothing in the backpack, so the jumps were awesome. It took him 7 jumps to go from Ciao to Ebonheart. No. Ebonheart. No. 2 more nows. Yep. Oh, that's way south of Ebonheart. 7 jumps. I think Ciao, Ebonheart, it's 3 jumps right now. Acrobatics is somewhere around 300, and speed 250, 260, I don't know. Huge numbers. And knock on wood, he hasn't died the last 6-7 levels, but he died before that one time, and before that it was maybe 10 levels that he didn't die, but it was something hit him so bloody hard. I have no idea what it was. I think it was a bug. When I revisited the area, there was nothing there that could have done it. So it doesn't say everything, but it was close to one of the Solstheim statues, what do you call them, the pillars. I don't know whether it was the sun or the earth or whatever. Somewhere out at the left, it's west. At the left side, and it's crowded with nightmare creatures. And by the time he finishes the blood skull thingy, whatever, no. It's so fucking hard to be entertaining in English. No. Anyway, he's 66 now, and I'm going. I try to go on with the mouse that doesn't function properly, and a wrist that really hurts. Not as much as yesterday. Yesterday it was terrible. I couldn't move it. Now I can. See, I keep practicing this move, because this move is something you don't do when you're playing, and it's very essential that you do other moves besides the things you do 12 to 15 hours a day. Yes, it's insane. I know it's totally insane, but I can't stop anymore. It's so bloody wonderful to play this monstrosity with so much violence around him. And when the dust settles and every adversary is dead, and you start looting, you feel powerful. You are powerful. You are the best. And he is the best. His hand-to-hand by now is over 600. I think by the level up it was 606. And it may be 608 now, 609, I don't know. There's hardly anything that doesn't go down at the first hit. And then it usually takes a couple of hits before, or only one for the slightly weaker opponents, before it's looting time. And the funny thing with hand-to-hand is that you can start to loot when the death animation is going on. So, and during the death animation, you don't yet have the on-death event. It comes after the animation somehow. I don't know why that is, but what this means is that when you kill a summon, you can loot it before it evaporates. When you kill a maniac, you can loot it before it throws away, it discards the things that makes it very strong. Like I didn't even know that I had put these things inside those maniacs. The spectral set, it's in there, in one of them, in a, I believe it's in the Altmer, the high Altmer, yeah, level 50. So you have to wait a little, you have to go quite far before you. But okay, there's a Bosmer. She has warding or shielding, whatever, full set usually. But when they're dead, and usually when you do it with a weapon, you can't access the corpse before the animation is done. But when you do hand-to-hand, kill hand-to-hand, then you can do that. And it's very tempting to use the things that you find in that way, but you know, he still wears the warding set, the full warding set. The big advantage of it is that it doesn't ruin, well, it makes you immune to Magica attacks. It doesn't make you immune to paralyzation, but that's a minor inconvenience every now and then, but it's usually pretty straightforward to tackle that when you have a bit of cork bulb in your infantry. There's only one left. So, that's empty. Well, I'm having fun. And the last level up, I remember I was at the house in Psyringe, and I left it as a featherweight. We're weighing around 0, or maybe even less than 0. Well, then you weigh 0. With 0 encumbrance. That's the word I was looking for. And he didn't wear any feather items except for one ring. So the one ring makes sure that if you add another feather item, you get at least a bonus straight away. Tiny bonus, because by then you have only 2 feather items equipped, but if you equip more, the bonus increases exponentially. So, scripting is beautiful. And hold on. Damn it. Yeah, that's better. And the other jewelry he's wearing, and the gloves, of course, are what's it called? It's not the feather, but the mana power, the power set. Yes, power glove, left, right, left, whatever. Power amulet and power ring. So you have 2 rings, one for the feather and one for the power. So you have at least a full power set, except for the hat, which he carries but doesn't wear because he wants to have the full warding set. And of course, when you play MCP with with the option that if you equip a 2-handed weapon, then you unequip the shield, he only rarely does the 2-handed weapons, and that's quite refreshing, because the other ones always work with 2-handed weapons, 2-handed weapons. The funny thing, however, is hand to hand, which is two-handed as well, keeps the shield equipped. So when he goes hand to hand into battle, sneaking as well, he is a monstrosity, a deadliest entity in the world. And he simply loots till he's almost fully encumbered. Summons every now and then to get rid of the heavy stuff, change it for lighter and more usable stuff. Because equipping a crossbow or a bow unequips the shield as well. So what to do? Well, we have other marksman weapons. Bombs, skulls, darts. Somewhere in the past I gave black dart gang darts to the Uber goblins, the marine and the golden, the elite. English is not my native language. I'm very sorry. I'm trying to be as coherent as possible, but and Almalexia, the incarnations of Almalexia that you may encounter on Morn Isles and in the vicinity of the Dark Brotherhood. Yes, they also have her dart then, not the black dart gang black gang dart black. But when you damage Almalexia, she may spawn hands. Her hands, you know, these guys, these Uber ordinators. And when you kill those, there's a skull going up. And when the skull starts turning and you pick up the skull, you may receive a dart, her dart, or a black gang dart. And of course, there are the very powerful poisonous darts. Poison, damage health, lightning, whatever damage they do. And they also ruin attributes. These are the darts that are used by the Centurion archers and snipers, and the snipers also have the golden bombs. And of course a sniper, a well cloaked sniper, is very, very hard to detect. These are those are deadly situations. It's very hard to die with such a hero, but they can do it. The archer, the skeleton archer, they can kill you easily. easily. Even at that, with such immense power. Fortunately, I am good friends with Rick, and Rick had a portal, and the portal has an option which whizzes you off to his place to safety when your health drops below a certain percentage, and you can ask Rick to set the percentage at certain levels, and I have very good experience with. I'm very happy, I mean, with a percentage 25%. It usually is not so high that you get whizzed off all the time. You still have the option to heal yourself if you are strong enough, but if all else fails, you're whizzed off, and it hardly happens that he dies, but sometimes it's very, very close, especially with urchins and snipers. And of course there are other snipers as well. And then of course there are the 6th house sleeper bombers, or what I call them. I don't even remember what I've called them. No, I don't remember. And the stage 8 version of those, they usually have the fullest, the most powerful yellow potion there is, and they have lots of golden bombs, and they're utterly visible. That's a blessing, because if they would be invisible as well, or highly cloaked, then I think it wouldn't be fun anymore. I have tried it, but it's too. These are the guys that can really kill you with one hit. Even when you have health 1300, 1400, 1500, they have no problem killing you. Yep, I was just checking, but I can only record half an hour at a time, and it's almost finished now. I wanted to talk about something else as well. That's I haven't been doing Morrowind, only Morrowind. I've been doing particle physics as well, but that's another that's another update. That's another story. Right now he's in his home inside an inn once more. Getting rid of all the burdens. And so it looks like Hull and the butler have had an argument. I'm not gonna interfere. It'll settle down. They will get along in a while. So, bye-bye now. It's the crummiest video of the last 2-3 months, but I'm doing my best. Have a nice day, have a nice life, and have a beer.